Books and reading have been a huge part of my life since I was young, and they've taught me so much about being curious and about keeping an open mind towards other ways of life and other ways of thinking. And this has helped me when meeting new people and making new friends. Although learning languages is a new passion of mine, I know that it's something that will stick with me forever because by learning another language, I've been given a new way to express myself and a new way to communicate with other people that I didn't have before. Language learning has also opened my eyes to how language and culture are interconnected, since many languages have ideas or expressions that are unique to them and can't be translated. By learning another language, I've also realized how different cultures think and view things differently, and that's an amazing gift.
One of my passions is taking pictures. I take pictures of almost anything from erosion to random architectural structures. Essentially, I take a picture of anything that captures my attention. Photography allows me to capture and document moments like freshman orientation and the first snow of the year. In other words, pictures give me a visual cue to help me remember an event. Pictures also remind me about scientific processes, like the picture shown here. Rainbows are naturally aesthetically pleasing, but this picture reminds me of a video I watched in my high school physics class. In a way, taking pictures helps me develop my recall skills while teaching me to savor many different moments in my life. Taking pictures also has taught me that with every challenge, there's a moment of opportunity. For example, when I took the rainbow picture, I was running in the rain. If I had not run in the rain that day, I could never have been able to get these amazing pictures. Another one of my passions is reading, specifically reading webcomics. I first discovered webcomics senior year in high school and quickly fell in love with them. Webcomics are very versatile and cover many different topics from fantasy to philosophical discussions. The webcomics shown on the picture talk about the politics and customs of certain countries, the life of a grad student, and different worlds. One thing that I definitely love is how webcomics combine two different art forms, visual arts and creative writing. Also, sometimes it is even possible to see how the author develops as a writer and an artist. Seeing this development always reminds me that there is always room for improvement. All you need to do is practice with purpose, determination, and persistence. I also love how it is easy for me to explore and learn new things. I can learn about the culture, philosophy, and worlds created straight from an author's mind. This helps broaden my mind and interests, my knowledge, and makes me more creative.
I first started to learn how to swim when I was 6 years old, and I absolutely hated it. I was terrible, and I hated putting my head in the water. It took me a while to get into the groove of it, but I eventually began falling in love with swimming when I began to learn the different types of strokes. I loved how my arms would cut through the water and how my body would glide through smoothly. Swimming became an outlet in which I could release my stress because it forced me to solely focus on what I was doing. Everything on my mind just went away, and I lived in the moment, counting my strokes, figuring out what to do my flip turn. I also loved it for the team. There was always internal competition among us, but it never got to our head, and we were always rooting for each other no matter what. Swimming was what brought us all together. We're all one big family. I loved to swim for the sport itself and the family that came with it. In my family, cooking and eating together has been extremely important. It was a time when we could all gather and talk about our days and what was going on in our lives. This time became even more precious when I left for college 3.5 hours away. I took the time I had with them for granted, but now I wish to spend each minute with them. Cooking has always been a hobby of mine, and there's always this feeling of satisfaction when someone tries a dish and he or she likes it. It's the same with my friends. Going to colleges all around the country, I appreciate all the time I spend with them at home. I love eating together with my friends and family. It provides us with a time to catch up with each other, and it always feels as if we never left.